Hi everyone, so today I'm going to go over my empties for the month of April. Like always, I'll keep these in categories if you're only interested in certain items. I'm going to start off with skincare, more specifically my sheet mask that I use this month. So I only used a few. I finally finished up the CosRX one, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I purchased mine on Wishtrend. However, I noticed that they also sell these at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and I think the price is pretty decent. This one, it's very goopy. I'm pretty sure it's because of the snail mucin. I always use these after the shower because my skin type isn't necessarily dry, but it does get dry after I shower because I like to shower with very warm, hot water. So that's not necessarily good, but I enjoy it. So there's that. So yeah, I come out of the shower, I put this on, and then I put lotion, and then I'm able to like finish the rest of my steps, which is mainly just cream when I shower. So I would recommend these. They're very goopy, and because there's a lot of excess essence, I tend to get my reusable cotton pads and then use that to pat it into my neck and chest area. So there's those. I'm going to repurchase it, but not anytime soon because I have a lot of other sheet masks that I need to use up because they expire in like the next 6 months to a year. And then since I finished up the CosRX one, I also finished up a Tony Moly, what is this, Pore Care one, and I'm red wine. I like this one because some of, even the Tony Moly ones or just sheet masks in general have a lot of fragrance. This one does have fragrance, but I find that it doesn't really disturb me, and I feel like I really like the texture of the cloth used. I don't know if they change it up for a different Tony Moly sheet mask. Like, for example, I don't know if like what is this? I'm red wine is different from their, let's say, I'm tomato, but I do like this one overall. So I would repurchase that, but then again, I have a lot of sheet masks. Next skincare product, I finally finished up a Klairs Midnight Blue Activating Youth Drop. So this one has, I believe, peptides. I want to say there's a growth factor, and then there's this ingredient found in blueberries. So it's essentially an antioxidant. I really like the texture of this, even though initially I had to get used to it because it was super watery. It's actually thinner than most of the toners that I have. I know online it is recommended to use this immediately after washing your face, even though it's a serum. So typically the order that I do is like cleanser, toner, serum. But this one is super watery, so I tend to use this only in the morning because then I use my actives at night. Long story short, but I would repurchase this. However, I think I only have one more and I want to save that if I end up doing another round of microneedling because I like to combine that when my face is like freshly microneedled is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, just be aware that this product is very runny. And I know some people don't like peptides or like growth factors and stuff. So there's that too, but I would repurchase it. Oh, the only thing is that I find that I can't get the little bit of liquid out. So this one has a dropper. So what I tend to do towards the end is I take out the dropper bottle and then I like pour the rest in my hand, and that's how I finish it up. Oh, and then also, I believe Ulta has an updated or like a new recycling program, and they do take Klairs. So I'm going to give that to my sister. Okay, and then we have one by Wish Trend Sachet. This is the Propolis Energy Balancing Cream. I remember I thought I was going to like this because I really like the honey products that they have. However, well, technically I like the honey products from I'm From. But anyways, for some reason, I feel like this has a certain like, I don't know if it's like a spice ingredient or what, because propolis is typically calming and hydrating, but it's almost like if I'm putting like a vitamin C serum on, so I don't necessarily like it. However, I do like the texture. It was nice. It absorbed onto my skin or into my skin, but I wouldn't repurchase this or get a full size of it. Okay, next one, we have a declutter, and I found this, I think it was in my old bag that I used to use. This is Bliss Tex. It's not my favorite one. I tend to like CarMax. This one was SPF 15 Raspberry Lemonade Blast, and it has the expiration date somewhere. And I want to say it's something outrageous like 2015 or 2016. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase that. And I think it actually like hardened up and it's stuck in the cap. Yeah, I don't know, but it like smells a little bit like clay. So I wouldn't repurchase that. And I don't remember if I liked it, but I know I like CarMax more. Next product that I think it's oil blot sheets. My friend gave this to me. I don't know. I want to say she got it maybe at Target because she tends to give me some of the products for my birthday from Target. This was jasmine scented. So despite it being jasmine scented, I found that these oil blot sheets were very, very thin and they weren't super fragrant. So like always, I use that to blot under my arms. And then before I reapplied my natural deodorant. So since I use natural deodorant, Mine does not have aluminum, so it doesn't work as an antiperspirant. So I still do sweat, but the idea with natural deodorants is that you sweat and you might be like slightly damp under your arms, but it shouldn't smell as much because the natural deodorant has like scent and it's supposed to make it so that yes, you might sweat when it's really hot, but it decreases the odor. So there's there's this, and that's all to say. I think I'm done with my old blotting sheets, but I think I kind of want to buy some more. But I think that's mainly because I got used to using them when I reapply my deodorant. But these particular ones, I didn't care for them so much. Okay, next product. I finally finished up an essence. I mainly use this as a toner step, which I think you don't really need like both a toner and an essence. I kind of use this interchangeably. This is from the brand Beauty of Joseon. So initially I thought I was going to really like this product. So this is supposed to be, again, antioxidant and like preventive or like well-aging type of care. But this is one of the products where it's really hard to tell the difference because it's supposed to be like preventing things from happening versus like correcting something like, for example, if you have hyperpigmentation and you can clearly notice a difference. This doesn't really give me that much hydration, and I feel like I have the same amount of like wrinkles and just like dull skin and everything, but I did like how it felt on my skin, but not enough to repurchase. So I know also this brand, TJ Maxx and Marshalls, tends to carry it. I think my sister purchased this from Jolse for around like anywhere from $16 to like $23. So I don't think it's worth it. I'm glad because I believe this one expires June 13th. Yeah, so I finished it just in time. I think I wrote when I opened it. Yeah, so I opened this October 7th, 2023. I don't write down, like, for example, with the Claire's one, because one, the packaging, it's a little hard to see, and this one I go through it a lot faster than Essence or Toner. So would I repurchase this? No. I did think it was like okay, but nothing like out of this world. Okay, next I'm gonna go on to Bodycare. Okay, next for my Bodycare samples, we have, I think this is the last one from Andromeda's Curse, that's small business and Etsy. So this one, I believe it's white tea and vanilla. So I remember this was one of the ones that I enjoyed slightly more. Again, the smell is very fresh, slightly floral, great herbal scent. But I find that a lot of the scents from this small shop, they end up kind of smelling very similar and they don't really last on my skin. So these last more, I would give it like 2 hours. I think they're perfume oils though. So I wouldn't repurchase anything, but I did enjoy trying it out. They have that like the one where you get the perfume oil and you kind of like dab it, which I don't really like, but I do enjoy it that it's really easy to take off this cap. So since we're going with samples, let's do another one. I recently did a haul and review on the small business called Sugar Mood Bath and Body. This was a free sample that I got with my order. This is a whipped soap in the scent Funnel Cake. I believe the shop is currently closed. Yeah, this one I didn't really care too much about the scent because I don't really enjoy like super cinnamon pastry like churros or funnel cakes or anything like that. But I think my main thing is because it wasn't that strong. It could be that since it's a sample, I didn't have enough product to get the scent payoff. But I think I didn't enjoy it because it didn't really foam or suds. And since it's a soap, that's kind of what I'm expecting or looking for in my base clean or even like my second cleanse in the shower. So I really enjoyed using this after a more, I guess, cleansing first step. For example, like Lush shower gels, I find that that could be a little bit too squeaky clean feeling, so that I use that afterwards. But in order to get like myself feeling very clean, I wouldn't use this. But it was fun to use. The texture was very fluffy and almost like mousse-like. Okay, another free sample that I got, this was from the small business Sugar Mama Fragrances. She included a sample or 2 samples with one of my orders. The other ones no, because I think she ran out of these little vials. But this is, I believe, the size that you get if you get her sample set. She gave me Devil's Food Cake. And I think I realized that I don't like chocolate scents in fragrances. This is super realistic. It is a dark chocolate scent, but I don't really like how some chocolate scents lean a little bit or a lot artificial to my nose. To me, it smells like already baked chocolate cake instead of like the brownie mix or anything like that, or the cake mix before it goes into the oven. It did last a decent amount of time on my clothing, but I find that the formulation that Sugar Mama Fragrance uses isn't really to my liking. So I find that the dry down, there's like a little scent that I don't really care for. So I wouldn't purchase it, but I do admit that the lasting power is pretty good with this. Okay, next empty, we have another one from Sugar Mama Fragrance. This is the Hydrating Hair Mist. So this one was supposed to smell like kind of like an Oreo or like a knockoff Oreo, but I mainly got again that like artificial chocolate scent and like a slight bit of the creaminess. I wanted a little bit more of the creamy center, like nougat vanilla type of scent, but I got more of like that Oreo, kind of like a knockoff Oreo chocolate scent. And another thing is that it did weigh down my hair, and this one was one of the ones that leaned a little bit almost candle wax smelling, and not really the scent that I was going for. So what I ended up doing is I ended up spraying my PJs with it after the shower. So this was my like bedtime scent, and that PJ was pretty old, so I don't know if it left stains or anything, but I mean, I'm using it. So what I'm going to do is with the other two, because this is a size that comes in the sampler set, I believe you get 3 for about anywhere from like $20 to $25. The other scents, I didn't really care for it either, and it does weigh down my hair, so I'm going to use it again on my PJs. So yeah, oh, another thing is that this is actually the pump from the other scent, Strawberry Jam, but I put it in this one because it like is leaking for some reason. So this is the leaking one, and I exchanged it with the other one, so that one should be good to go. Wouldn't purchase this either, but I do enjoy the packaging and how it has a lot of info in the back. I believe on the website it says that some of the products last 1 year, and then some of the other products last 2 years. So I need to hurry up and finish this. Okay, next product, we have a Lush shower gel in the scent Sticky Dates. Of course, this is like that caramelly toffee pudding type. I don't like though that I find that almost all of the newer Lush shower gels, I don't know if they changed their formula, but they're a lot more runny, liquidy, and I feel like you need to use more in order for it to suds. Like it still suds, but I find myself using almost like double or triple the normal amount. So I have one that I also opened up before Sticky Dates in the scent. I think it's Zesty. And that thing's still going strong. So it must be that this one's more liquidy and I tend to use more. Regardless, the scent is great. A lot more products are coming out in the Sticky Dates scent family. There was that limited edition body spray that you can no longer purchase. There's the lotion that came out in this type of a packaging. There's the Sticky Dates co-wash as well as a Sticky Dates scrub. I don't know which ones are still available, but I found some dupes. So if I ever want the product again, I think I'll just buy the dupe instead, even though it's not like a 100% match. But this one was pretty good. I did enjoy it. I would have purchased, but I think this one was actually expired. Yeah, this one had expired, but no issues. It smelled okay. The texture wasn't off. So my overall thoughts is, while I do like the scent experience in the shower from Lush shower gels, I find that some of the formula is just a little bit too stripping. So I think going forward, I might stick to like shower jellies, shower slimes instead of shower gel. And I'll probably just only buy them when they're 50% off during Boxing Day. However, your selection is really limited on whatever Christmas, Halloween scents came out at the time. But this one's good. Oh, if you are not in the US or like, Lush North America, you are able to include this in the recycling program. However, I am not, so I'm going to recycle this instead. So when I was in Marshall's for TJ Maxx, I found this really big set in the clearance section, and these are just shower steamers. So I saw the reviews, they had these listed on Amazon, and I'm just like, oh, that's a pretty good price per shower steamer. The box was really sturdy, and I was thinking about gifting it, but I'm like, this is such a big commitment. So my sister and I ended up finishing it. I read her a review that said that this smelled a little bit like bathroom cleaner. Not like bad bathroom cleaner, but kind of public restroom cleaner type of scent. And ever since, she started repeating that, and then that's the only thing I could smell. Even though that they were different colors and stuff, you couldn't distinguish which scent was what. It didn't stain my shower floor or anything, but you know, like when something sticks into your head, I find it's really hard to not think about that association, I guess. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this, and it does now smell like bathroom cleaner. She said Fabuloso, but I think Fabuloso smells a lot better than this. So yeah, it was okay while it lasted, but I'm definitely not going to purchase, I think, any more non-Bath & Body Works shower steamers. So there's that. Okay, going on to the next category, I think it will be home fragrance. So like re-diffusers, candles and such. Okay, first home fragrance empty. We have one re-diffuser that was originally in my room and then I put it in my sister's room. This is from the brand Cindy Candle Co. Haven't heard of it before, in the scent Pumpkin Patch, but then it says Amber and Oak, which has nothing to do with pumpkins, I believe. So this was a nice mixture of like a warm amber scent with the wittiness of like a slight masculine oak note. Yeah, overall pretty nice. It wasn't super strong, which I was a little bit surprised, so I wouldn't repurchase it. And these aren't really the reeds that I favor. This one, I think I got it on sale for about $6. So if I happen to see another one from the brand, you know what? With reed diffusers, as long as they're cheap, I kind of don't mind what brand they're from. So I'd probably purchase that again if I saw it on sale. Maybe something around $6 or something like that. Okay, next kind of home fragrance, technically car scent. We have a Little Trees in the scent Cotton Candy. This one's really good. Towards the end, I just like kind of ripping it. I find that it extends the life of the scent. So I use these now instead of the Bath and Body Works, what do you call it, car scent refills. I feel like these are cheaper and they work a lot better. I'm trying to look into another alternative. I saw that on Etsy or like some other small businesses, they have different forms of car scents, but I'm just worried that it's going to leak and mess with my car. My car is not that like new or nice, but I'm still a little bit worried that, for example, some of them have essential oils, and this just seems like easier. So I do have more of these, and I do recommend this cotton candy scent if you are interested in very sugary sweet scents. Okay, next, it looks like I have a bunch of candles. So first one, it was one that I got on sale for 75% off at Big Lots, and this was from their Easter collection. It's a 6-ounce single wick in the scent Jelly Beans, Sweet Orange, and Vanilla Candle. I burned this once, and then you're like, why isn't there a wick? I ended up putting this in my candle crock, and I don't know what type of magic there is in this wax because it was light on cold, but then it was somehow unscented while it was being warmed and burned. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just warm this for like a weekend or two. And I couldn't really smell it besides like the first time. So that was unfortunate. I still get a little bit of scent while it's solidified. And I just get like this very vague, a bunch of wax with maybe like a drop or two of like a sweet orange scent. So I want to make a note that this one retailed $4.99. So I think I got it while it was on sale for 75% off. And I think I had an additional 20% off coupon. But now a lot of the Big Lots candles, let me see if I could focus in. They are made in the Dominican Republic. It says it right here. So also be wary of candles that say made in the Dominican Republic. I feel like that's the new made in Vietnam, if you know about made in Vietnam candles. But anyways, I don't think this smells like jelly beans. It's not super candy-like and it's very light. So I wouldn't recommend this. And I think I'm done with buying Big Lots candles. I might try their wax melts because I know those go on sale and some of the Halloween Christmas scents are very fun. But as far as like candles go, I'm good. Okay, next I finished up four tongue twister. I finished up 4 Homeworks 4-wick candles. First one we have, I think I reviewed all of these. We have root beer float. So you might hear this little noise. The wax, like that was the wax that I soaked up because the flames were extremely low. It's very discolored and right now it smells a little bit more like soot than what the root beer float ended up smelling like. So this one smelled more of the soda for sure. I hardly got any vanilla. But if you do like a straight up root beer scent, I feel like this was pretty authentic. It was like decently like a medium candle in terms of strength and performance. But I feel like it was a lot more work than what I enjoyed the scent. I feel like there's other Homeworks candles that I like the scent more and I don't have to like do any candle maintenance care. So there's that one. I wouldn't repurchase, but I mean, like, if you like root beer, then I guess I would recommend it. Next one, we have a classic limoncello cupcake. This one burned. So if you can see right there, I lost a wick towards the like last 20% of my burn. So I have this ledge of unburnt wax that I don't really care to warm. Other than that, it performed slightly okay, but I noticed that for this candle, I had to like not trim my wicks as much. So this one, I don't know if I should read the scent notes, probably. The scent notes to this say limoncello, Sicilian lemons, candied lemons, sparkling sugar, creamy vanilla, and French butter. This one was a pour of July 8th, 2022, and I found that this one performed pretty bad in terms of strength and throw. I'm not sure what was going on. I mean, I realistically, I got anywhere from like a 3 to maybe a 5. Five's being like very generous. So maybe more like of a 4. Yeah, but I really love the photo wraparound label. But I think that this is a scent you can get anywhere. So for example, Bath and Body Works, Goose Creek, heck, maybe even Kringle. I think almost every candle company you can get a nice sugary gourmand lemon scent. So for what this was worth, I wouldn't recommend it, even though the scent's really nice. And since I didn't show the root beer float candle, that one had a pour date of October 8th, 2022. The fragrance notes to that were root beer, anise, sparkling ginger, vanilla bean. The vanilla bean's a lie. I hardly got any vanilla bean. And crystallized sugar. So both of these, I got them on the Slatkin & Co. website, which when I ordered it, it was the Homework Stop Shop website, if that gives you any more context. Next one was a pretty big disappointment. It was almost the same disappointment that I felt with Limoncello Cupcake. So here we have vanilla bean ice cream. This is the second one that I used up. So the other one, I think I strictly burned it, and I got about the same scent throw, anywhere from like a 3 to a 5. 5, again, if I'm being generous, more closer to a 3, 4. This one, I got it on sale at TJ Maxx for $10. Realistically, I should have returned it, but I didn't want to go through the hassle of, finding my receipts and stuff. But for TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, if you do keep onto your receipt and the item still has the tag on it, you are able to exchange it. No, wait, not exchange it, return it for your money back. But yeah, that was a big hassle. So the pour date to this says December 8th, 2022. Fragrance notes: Madagascar vanilla bean, caramel cream, cinnamon, crystallized sugar. I don't really get a lot of the caramel, but this one I strictly warmed it because I just knew that the other one that I burned, I was getting a whole lot of nothing. I got slightly more warming this. Maybe it was like about, oh gosh, like a 4 or 5 at the most, but yeah, it didn't really work. So what I did was I ended up pouring off like chunks of wax. So even though I have like a pretty big amount left, this is pretty much unscented. I don't know. I think while this is nice, it's like very light. Even on cold, it was like a 3. And I don't know if there's other batches where it's a lot stronger, but I'm not taking my risk with Homeworks and this vanilla bean candle. But it is a returning scent, and I think the label slightly changed with the newer re-releases of it. Okay, next one. We have a pleasant surprise. We have cherry lime slushy. This was a scent that came back and it returned with a white lid. So this is the one that I purchased on the Slatkin & Co. website for around $14 last time. I think the label's cute, but I honestly don't really like this weird like green picket fence type of design at the bottom. So this one, the pour date is December 8th, 2022. Fragrance notes list candied lime, maraschino cherry juice, raspberry peach nectar, crushed ice. So this one oddly has like a very big presence of like crushed ice or just like watery freshness and stuff. So this one, I honestly could have gotten another burn, but I didn't really care to, despite it smelling a bit sooty right now. Towards the end, the flames were a little bit low. So I know the instructions say to extinguish, but I tend to just burn Homeworks candles until they can't burn anymore. But this one, since the flames were so low, I feel like they were starting to soot a little bit. But yeah, this one was the one that I would definitely repurchase if it was on sale for a good price. I want to try out the other scents that in my collection. So this one, I like that there was a lot more lime than I was expecting. I thought the cherry note was going to be more prominent. But overall, I think this was a pretty nice candle overall, and the performance was pretty good. I would say it was around medium, and the projection was great. Definitely better than the Limoncello Cupcake, Vanilla Bean. Root beer float was okay, but I just didn't, I don't know, it just irked me that it didn't have more vanilla. So yeah, there's that one. Last two miscellaneous products. We have one gummy from Nature's Truth. This is ashwagandha, restore, and unwind. So I believe this is meant to be like a calming, relaxing type of gummy. I didn't really find that I was really calm. I feel like it wasn't really worth it. I mainly got this because it was on sale for like $7 at Marshall's, TJ Maxx. Where is it? Yeah, $7. And you only had to take one, so it was a pretty good value. So I don't think I would repurchase this specific type, but I would purchase gummies again from Nature's Truth. Last thing, we have a hair care product. This is from the brand Not Your Mother's. This is Smooth Moves hair mask. I really love the texture of this. It almost reminds me of like a very whipped hair mask, almost like of a mousse hair mask. The one thing that I didn't like is that this packaging kind of sucks because the cap was really hard to like stay on and make sure that it was on tightly because it kind of clicked, but it never locked into place. So I felt like there was a bunch of air getting in there. But yeah, overall, I wouldn't repurchase it. I know this says that your hair is supposed to be less frizzy, but I didn't find that my hair was significantly less frizzy. It was about the same amount of frizz. And I think I got this on sale for like $3, if I'm not mistaken. So honestly, I think I could get more hair conditioner for the same amount and have it be in just a regular pump bottle or like an easier squeeze tube. All right, so that is it for all my empties for the month of April. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.